Founder. Founder. Hey, Founder!
Lord?
Oh, now that's just
Diva! Judge, jury, and executioner from the infernal court in musical hell! Link in the description! Follow her on Twitter!
Don't forget the Patreon!
And the Patreon!
Not that I'm complaining, but why are you doing that?
I don't know, it's an involuntary reflex. I suppose it's a YouTuber thing. What do I owe this pleasure? I would have thought this would be in violation of that restraining hex you had your boss put on me. You remember when I'll steal you, Joanne.
Yeah, you got really weird there. Like Jack Nicholson in Tommy weird.
I was in a bad place at the time. My brother had absconded with the society, and then here you came, all witty and wise and advocating the apple, and I admit I was a bit smitten. It's just no one told me that in real life, reenactments of Say Anything is considered stalker behavior.
When will the world ever learn?
Well, I would imagine if your boss wants to stay in business, hopefully never.
Touche.
So, I must again voice my intrigue as to what brings the melodic mistress of mayhem to my door. Still, your arrival is indeed fortuitous. I've been planning our next session, and I admit I'm drawing something of a blank, so I am indeed delighted you've opted to visit me again, especially after...
Not a problem.
And...
Was that you?
I really thought I lost you after...
You need a bit of dreamer.
Okay, fine. Yes, you're a twisted reprobate. You still creep me out, and I'm a demon. I'm more looking forward to seeing Phil Spector or Woody Allen down here than the day you show up.
Okay, firstly, ouch. Secondly, I'm going to hell. Ugh. Spoiler alert.
Do the shake, do the shake, do the shake, do the shake, do the milkshake, do the shake, do the shake, do the shake, do the shake.
A place where nobody dared to go. The life that we came to know, they call it Xanadu.
Fine, so if you didn't come here to bury the hatchet and potentially... Why are you here?
The Founder Challenge.
This thing again? This challenge where everyone's trying to find the one bad film which I don't like alongside them? Is this challenge really so big that the forces of hell want a piece of it? Look, if you want a challenge that's just as stupid, how about you walk around blindfolded while eating Tide Pods and dousing yourself in ice water and leave me in peace?
Oh, there are forces at work here that are far more duplicitous than you or I. Even the boss is battening down the hatches. In fact, he sent me personally to challenge you with not one, but 2 movies.
2? Huh. I suppose we are due for a clash. What did you have in mind?
Oh, you have no idea the pain you and the society are in for. These 2 movies are so bad that an entire awards show was created to capitalize on how awful they are.
Really? I admit I'm more intrigued than intimidated.
The Golden Raspberry Award, created by John J.B. Wilson and Mo Murphy. Originally starting as a potluck party hosting a few dozen attendees, it has since become the premier antithesis to the Academy Awards, even if, like the Academy Awards, they're not really easy to take seriously. I mean, come on, Cocktail won Worst Picture over Caddyshack 2 and Mac and Me? In any case, Wilson and Murphy conceived the awards after screening the 2 movies which the forces of hell present to you here. The ill-timed Village People biopic, Can't Stop the Music, and the ELO-infused, synth-fueled monstrosity, Xanadu.
Ah, I have heard legends of these films.
There's legends? That's news to me, and I've already dealt with these 2 stink burgers.
Of course, Can't Stop the Music is a stirring tale of a totally likable songwriter, Jack Morrell, played by acting god Steve Guttenberg. Morell's talent was so potent that oncoming traffic wouldn't dare get in his way as he roller skates in the middle of a busy New York freeway. People would rather be late to work instead of halting Jack's plan to create the ultimate disco group. And this quest is so blessed that the group practically falls into his lap. One may say it's serendipity that gave Morel a collective of flamboyant archetypes who just happen to sing and perform and coalesce harmoniously in lieu of the fact that they have never met prior to this moment.
Speaking of movies with forced chemistry, in Xanadu, the Greek gods unleash the muses upon an unsuspecting public. And yet the movie decides to focus on the creatively inept cover artist Sonny Malone, who falls in love with one of the muses played by Olivia Newton-John, who, let's face it, did this movie to distract herself from the inevitability of Two of a Kind. Of course, if that wound isn't salty enough for you, this is also the swan song of the great Gene Kelly, whose character Danny McGuire really should have been the entire focus of the movie, instead of just giving him a ridiculous clothing montage garishly emblazoned with 80s neon, and accompanied by a song better suited for a stoner alien movie starring Seth Rogen.
I say challenge accepted.
It matters not what weapons you choose. The darkest forces of hell and the internet shall rain down milkshake-flavored carnage upon you all.
But a wise leader does not have weapons. He has soldiers that he coldly and apathetically sends into battle to either die or be permanently scarred, both mentally and physically. Here is our panel. You lot, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Cody Cromarty. I'm the director of Romeo and Juliet Plastered at Orlando Fringe 2019 this year.
Hi, I'm Brett P. Carson, and assuming I survive, I will be Mentor Higgins in Church of St. Bearer at the Orlando Fringe this year.
I'm Sam Waters. I'm Rush Chairman. I'm damn glad to meet you, and I'm still not dead.
Hi, Steve Wormuth, also known as Darth Vader, and I have no idea what I'm in for.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm regretting my life choices today.
Lovely to see you, and we look forward to quenching our thirst with your tears and satisfying our appetite with your despair.
She means the forces of hell, by the way.
Do I?
Absolutely. Remember, I love you all. Now, have any of you lot seen either of these two films? If so, tell us. If not, tell us.
I have seen neither of these films. I have seen the opening to Can't Stop the Music, and I'm familiar with the soundtrack. My parents had the cassette tape when I was younger, and it's disco.
I have not seen either of these, but born in 67, I grew up in the 70s. I'm probably one of the few people that actually likes disco, and I'm still nervous.
I have not seen either of these films before. I've heard of Xanadu, just in a vague sense. I think there's roller skating in it. I know the Rush song Xanadu more than I know the actual movie Xanadu. My entire experience with disco is mostly just playing bass to ABBA songs and being really impressed by it.
Yes, both Can't Stop the Music and Xanadu, I have seen both films. As a glutton for punishment, I'm back again. And I'd like to say that the restraining order against Olivia Newton-John still stands.
I haven't seen Can't Stop the Music. I'm familiar with the Village People. I like 2 of their songs. I haven't seen Xanadu, or if I have, I blocked it out as a child. But I have been to Xanadu, the House of the Future, when it still stood.
And between these two, which do you think will be the superior film? Which is a bit like asking if you would rather die of syphilis or Ebola.
Hard choice. I'm not super familiar with either of them except for the Village People, so I'm going to go with Can't Stop the Music just because I want to pimp out the Village People more.
It's a very tough choice. Both are equally bad. I've got to go with Xanadu because Gene Kelly.
I have to go with Xanadu because Olivia Newton-John is great in Grease.
I'm going to guess Xanadu, based mainly on showmanship.
Yeah, I mean, all I really know about Xanadu is that it's kind of looks really shiny, so I'm going to go with Xanadu.
I think I'm the only outlier. I'm the only one who said Can't Stop the Music.
True, and there are a lot of things in Can't Stop the Music. Loincloth. So yeah, the Indian with the loincloth.
Okay.
My elder brother actually was a sound and light tech at Disney for 20 plus years.
Oh my.
For some time. He has in fact teched for the Village People before. They were on a multi-level stage, and he brought home a story one night when it was the Indian.
Yes.
that particular character jumped from a higher level to a lower level.
Oh.
Apparently, the article you just mentioned was not there.
Oh.
And 3 girls passed out.
Yes.
But shouldn't we refer to him as a Native American, or is that
Yes.
Native American.
We have to embrace the 70s, including everything wrong with it.
Very good! Now, strap on your skates and renew your membership to the YMCA, for there is no nobler a cause to fight for. The fight for my soul.
I'm pretty sure there are far more important causes to be fighting for.
And yet here they are. Fight!
Oh, after 124 minutes of hoping Caitlyn Jenner would run over Jack Morrell,
Buckle up, buckaroo.
And 96 minutes of waiting for the bloody roller boogie to stop so we can get a fucking drinks menu in this silly club.
yes, yes, by the heads of Cerberus, the horns of the fallen, and the hypocrisy of the Fair Use Act, I have won! The founder is broken. How about you guys?
All right, so I was the only person to say Can't Stop the Music would be better, and I was completely, totally wrong. Xanadu is still god-awful, but it's the only one that is, I would say, entertaining in the sense of just there's so much happening that I'm not sure what was happening, just that it was more than was happening with the village people.
Definitely Xanadu was better. Both movies were pretty much a Spotify playlist with better visuals, but there was just better songs and a whole lot more neon in Xanadu.
I'll admit, yeah, the music was better in Xanadu. I have to admit, for the most part, I think Malcolm McDowell was probably at some point saying, "Really, Gene, you wouldn't talk to me after making Clockwork Orange and you made that." However, both pretty consistently awful all the way through.
Wow, those were both pretty terrible. I'd have to say, though, that Xanadu is the better, film. Like I said, the visuals were much better. There was actually a story with conflict, whereas the Can't Stop the Music was just we throw things at the screen and they happen, and then we go on to other things. So I'm definitely going to give it to Xanadu.
I'm ready to say.
Okay, so yes, they're both bad. They're both really bad, but Xanadu wins. Xanadu has music, it has ELO, and it has roller skating. Check me out, I'm on roller skates. Oh my god, this is so fun. I love this. I need short shorts and knee socks. Oh my god, I gotta find my own muse. Oh my god, there she is. Oh my god.
No, oh my god!
Second
floor. Oh god.
You never shoved down a dog carpet.
Oh my god, Sam killed himself. Him bastard.
Okay, so the way that I described Can't Stop the Music toward the end is, a normal movie has a progression, going up to a climax and then coming down. Can't Stop the Music is just a straight horizontal line all the way through. You don't know that it's about to end until you're at the 2-hour mark and suddenly the credits come up.
Oh, that was only 2 hours? I thought it was 4.
I was begging
Yeah.
for it to end.
Yeah.
Well, it had the unique.
Oh my god, you're alive again!
Hi. It had the uniqueness of never being tried before, and it had Bruce Jenner, which was amazing. This was long ago.
Xanadu wins just in the sense of having something to it instead of just a musical montage.
And it had Gene Kelly, who was
Gene Kelly.
Gene
yeah,
Kelly.
Killed.
Gene Kelly.
Killed, as always, as
Who-
expected.
Just even almost 70, he makes dancing seem completely effortless.
And roller skating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to say music was a little more consistently entertaining all the way through, but
There was that YMCA.
well,
There was a
I
lot
mean,
of
just in
dicks.
general, it's
I've been to the YMCA, and no YMCA has ever looked like the one that was in that movie.
No, that's a good thing.
I really wasn't expecting like full frontal male nudity with a 1980 musical, but
Even with the Village People.
Well, with the Village People, possibly. I don't know. That was the gayest gay that ever gayed.
yeah, that was pretty gay.
Yeah.
Overwhelmingly gay.
Super gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, absolutely
No,
no.
It's just,
no.
it was.
Especially with the flaming batons.
I'm James, and flames my games.
Yes, that was amazing, because it was flaming, so yes.
Now that I'm here, now that you're near, in Xanadu.
Oh, that's a relief.
What the
I am so happy I did not have to decide the winner. Golden raspberry, more like golden snarsberry.
But you were a drooling, catatonic sack of doorknobs.
Yes, I was.
But.
Oh, come on, how could you expect me to choose between these two masterpieces?
What the home sweet home kind of madness are you spouting?
Let's face it, biopics start reeking of bullshit before the director yells action. So many times they forego with the hard-biting truth of the individual in favor of not shattering the illusion people have of them. Many times the overglorification is so blatant that you're wondering if we just can't handle the hard truth that our idols may not have been as idyllic or even that interesting to warrant their stories being told on film. So much so that we need to take a license with it in order to make believe that our preconceived ideals are in fact true. Don't believe me? Ha! What piece of shit biopic was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars in 2019? Can't Stop the Music is so batshit insane that there's no way it could ever be taken seriously as a biopic, making it completely harmless, compared to the rubbish that's coming out nowadays.
But Xanadu!
Actually has ideas. It romanticizes something that deserves to be romanticized. Inspiration! It even attempts to do so by creating a hybrid of a bygone cinematic era with what was popular at the time. Now, sure, what was popular at that time is now archaic, but sometimes that can still have its charms too. I mean, let's face it. Today, would we ever have a film where Greek muses emerge from street graffiti and nudge Swan from the Warriors to make a roller disco? Clearly, something about this sat well with a niche group, seeing as it has since been adapted to a successful Broadway musical. Really, what could be better than that?
Well, how about instead of Swan from the Warriors, replace him with Swan from Phantom of the Paradise and make this whole thing a prequel?
Get out of my brain.
Oh, this is impossible. I've seen anti-vaxxers less deluded than you. This challenge should have destroyed you.
Well, maybe because this challenge is bullshit. Dead serious. Now, who came up with this challenge?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would.
In the wake of my failure, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to say. I don't wish to incur their wrath any more than I already have. Seriously, what are you?
I am what I have always been. I am the founder, this is the Cinema Schlock Society, and pats on the back, everyone. We beat hell. Yes, we beat hell before the GOP could pretend they did. Drinks all around. And definitely check out Diva's channel, Musical Hell, for delightfully devilish reviews, analyses, and historical looks into all things musical. Also, find her on Twitter, and don't forget to donate to her Patreon. I am the founder, this is the Cinema Schlock Society, and I bid you adieu.
For this right we stand here willing to die. Liberation. No. Up and sing together.
Okay, I don't know what you did to him, but if you want to break him, you're gonna have to think of something far worse than us. If that's possible.